Yep. You good on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, we just popped up. All right. I appreciate that. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shalom, Shabbat, our brother Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Abakam, Shalom, Shabbat, our sisters, I.S.U.P.K, Minneapolis with the Sabbath service. Today we are going to finish up Ecclesiastes, the second chapter. Once again, this chapter is speaking a little bit about oppression, speaking about a couple of things, vanity. As you may know, each chapter derives off of each other, piggybacks off of each other. And in this chapter, we are going to read a little bit about wisdom. As you read through the rest of the chapters, we are in Ecclesiastes 7, 8, 7 and 8 right now. All right, and we are going to have a brother come up here and read 7 verses in the Tanakh. Otherwise, we are going to ask the brother to step forward and give us some help. All right, I want you to speak your registry.
Yahweh Shalom, Shabbat.
Yep. Shalom, Yahweh Shalom, Shabbat. Sadar Yahweh, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yahweh. You grab your shirt because I think your shirt doesn't matter. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and have the brothers and people stand. I'm a little jealous to learn that. So we are going to, rise up and face the east. How it's said in Hebrew is I.M.A.D.U, Hakudam, which means to stand and face the east. All right? Let's go ahead. Yeah.
Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abunah, Shabbat Shemai, Kadah, Ayah, Shukah, Zak, Ayah, Aisha, Now, Paul, Salakina, Kawakina, Kaslakina, Kawakina,
The Lord's Prayer in English. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. So be it. Amen.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. I-S-U-P-K, all you want, smart, I'm not, got a wall, but like Shalom. So we walk, that's Shalom. Shamar, the hour. Tazak, Ayah, Yamyoka, Yawawam, Ashmas, your copper, or the rock,
I know. Get a lot.
That's smart. Call right. Yashimar.
Yashua.
Athan Pastor.
Alhamdulillah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashimar.
Yashua.
Taza Akta.
Yahweh.
Wabawaka.
Yahweh.
Bayata.
My God.
What? Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes
I will lift up my eyes
to the hills.
to the hill.
From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my
My
help?
help cometh from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord.
which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and
He
earth.
will not suffer thy foot to be
We will
moved.
not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth Israel,
He that keepeth Israel.
he that keepeth thee,
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor
shall
sleep.
neither slumber nor
The
sleep.
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy
The
keeper.
Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all
The
evil.
Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming
and
in.
thy coming
From
in.
this time forth
From this time forth
and even
and
forevermore.
forevermore. Akkad, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Bakushah. Nathaniah.
Nathaniah.
Akkad. Akkad. Ewapah. Akal Makalah. Akal Maniwah. Akkad. Atahar. Hatamazari. Akkad. La'akari. Hatamala. Akkad. All over choir. All Rakawah. Hatamala. Lagashi. Ba'ashem. Yahushua. Water.
The power in English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh
The
Shai,
name of Yahushua.
please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal all manner of sickness
The power to heal all manner of sickness
and all manner of disease.
and all manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the
The
lepers.
power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh
In
Shai.
the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua. Wakanah. Yasha'al.
Yahweh.
Wayabayah.
Wayabayah.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah. Magun. Hagun.
Hagun.
Say the name of loved ones once, and everyone repeats the name once.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis.
I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis. Sometimes I'm just going to say all of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord is that.
Loved ones.
Loved ones.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Right, Ash.
Ash.
All Amaka.
All
Young one. Ya'ara Young one.
Yahweh.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayata.
Wayata.
Wa'atazawa.
Wayatazawa.
All Tezapalika.
Awatazawa.
Amara.
Amara.
Lakala.
Akara.
When I call you done.
Akara. Yadam. No. Magal.
Magal. So like
Yep.
Magal.
Magal.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Y'all test the car.
Wayatazawa.
Shalom Yasha'ala.
Shalom Yasha'ala.
Awada.
Awad.
Kaya.
Yeah.
Nawa Atazawa.
Wayatazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakaya.
Akara.
Ayaka.
Ayat.
Waya.
Waya. Karawat.
Yakawadwa.
Karawat.
Alhaya.
Alahaya.
I don't want. Wayashma.
Wayashma.
Alayaham.
Alayaham.
Mawabia.
Mawabia.
Wahabari.
Wahagari.
Gabal.
Wahab.
Halasha.
Halasha.
Yashabaya.
Yisrael.
Has a war.
Has a war.
Yom Ashuwar.
Mashwar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Iman.
Amon.
Yeah. Ayawa. Uriah. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Ashadahar. Kamani. Pasiyah. Shurah. Sarah.
Psalm 83 in English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O God.
O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still.
And be not still.
O God.
O God. The Lord.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up their
And
head.
have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said, Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more in
That
remembrance.
the name of Israel may be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
Bulgarian.
Bulgarian.
Gabal.
Baal.
Ammon.
Ammon.
Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre.
The Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also was joined with them.
I also joined with them.
That hope the children of
And
Lot.
holding the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the
As
Midianites.
the Sisera.
As the Sisera.
As the Jabin.
As the Jabin.
As the Brook
The
Kisan.
Brook Kisan.
Which perished and endured.
Perish and endure.
And became as dung for the earth.
They came to dust for the earth.
Making them nobles like ore.
Make them nobles like wood.
Like seed.
And like seed.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes as the
All
body.
the princes of the
And
fire.
as the moon.
And as the moon.
Who said,
Who
Let
said,
us take to ourselves the house of God in possession.
let us take to ourselves the house of God in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like it will.
Make them like the wheel.
And stumble before the
And
wind.
stumble before the
As
wind.
the fire burns the
As
wood.
the fire burneth the
As
wood.
the flame set the mountains on
As
fire.
the flames set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy sin.
And make them afraid of thy
And
storm.
make them afraid of thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy
That
name.
they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish.
That men may know that God,
That men may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
are the most high over all the earth.
on the most high of all earth.
All right. Power structure. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now.
Listen to it now.
Right now.
Right now.
He was a curse.
Say he was a curse
Punishment and
and
destruction.
punishment and destruction
To the heathen.
to the heathen
That speak against
that
us.
speak against
Thy
us,
prophets.
thy prophets,
The teachers.
thy teachers,
The princes.
the princes,
The priests.
the priests,
Israelite brothers.
Israelite brothers,
In the school.
and the schools,
See, he was a course of rich gods and army.
and elect 2,000 army,
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church,
Pope.
Pope,
Islam.
Christianity,
Egyptology.
Egyptology,
Militia.
militia,
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads.
Skinheads,
House
Comitatus,
Gay
the
movement.
gay movement,
The lesbian
lesbian
movement.
movement,
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
National Space Program.
National Space Program,
Army.
Navy, Air Force, Marine, Wall Street,
Open up the internet.
open up the
The
internet,
airways.
The airways.
Give access
Give
channel.
access
The
channel,
radio channel.
The radio channel.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people.
convict the spirit of any of thy people,
That seek to stop.
that seek to stop us,
Bring swift destruction to all the heathen.
and bring swift destruction to all the
That
heathen
stand in the way.
that stand in the way.
Try to stop it.
Try to stop it.
Broadcast your word.
Broadcast your word.
Throughout the planet
Throughout
earth.
the planet Earth,
Let loose all the
let
plague.
loose all the plague,
Cause them to go to and fro.
cause them to go to and
Let
fro,
the earth consume them.
throughout the earth consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shah.
Let Yahweh Shah.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down to flying saucers.
Come down to flying saucers.
Punish all the heathen.
Punish all the heathen
That come up against
that
us.
come up against
That can
us.
speak thy
To
word.
speak thy word,
Cause it to be known by all.
cause it to be known by all.
It is the angels that have done
Those
it.
hands that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Cause it to be spread through the media,
Throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause it to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake out thy
In the
coming.
name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
I'll sign correct. Clap it up one more time for that. I can say you should.
La Yashala.
Once again, La Yashal is the toast. It means true Israel. All right. Yashal, which means you may be seated or to sit. All right. So Rob, you can explain where the brother's going to read at.
Okay. We're going to be reading from Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and starting at verse 8. We're going from 8 to 15.
You said 15?
8 to 15.
Okay.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 8.
Israel. You wanted this?
Shalahat.
No, I'm too. I got my phone. I was gonna say once he's done with that, he got to just switch the books so he can read in English.
Oh.
By war. By war. Lakai.
war. Damn, I think we just went over that shit about war.
Laka. Lana. Ata. Hara. Na'ayaka. Salah. Salah. Tawa. Tana. Salah. Tana. Baya. Baya. Bana. Nawam. Bana Yawam. Bama. Bata. Bana. Hayawat. Na'alaka. Mash. Masa.
Is it Masarika? Masarika.
No, that's a
Maya.
Masha.
Yeah.
La. Ka.
Mashalaka. Yeah. Mashalaka.
Mashalaka. Bama.
Okay, where is that?
I'm in the middle of 8.
It started. You said it started from Ahmad.
Start over now.
Ahmad and Shah.
Like you said.
So
I'm starting. Oh.
I'm right. I'm at Bama. Laka. Bama. Lakam. Bama Lakam. Nala. Nalai. Yama. Lahat. Oh. Yama. Latat. Yama. Yamalat. Rashad. Atah. Ba'a. Yawam. Ba'a Yawam. Verse 9. Atah. Verse 9.
Right.
That's a Atah. Right here. No, that's not how it look right here. So,
Make sure that I'm right.
right here say Atah. Atah.
Oh, okay. I'm in. No wonder. Yeah, I'm in 77. 78.
Atah. Call. Zahat. Right. Yatah. Wayataya. Wana the what? The call.
The one.
The one.
When it looks like a Y and it drops low.
That's a K at the end.
No, it's not at the end. But except it's dropped.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Okay. That'll be not the one.
With the ghetto man. Well, not the one. The white one.
A thigh. La body. The call. My eye. My shot. A shark. My eye. My shot. My shot. The hot. Okay. The cot. The cot. A shy. Hasha mash.
Right.
Hashamash. Hashamash.
Hashemash?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not phrase.
I thought. I.
Right.
I. Ashar. Shalat. Hayadam. What I. By a dog. No, that's right. By a dog. Lawai. The why. Verse 10. Come.
Remember when the
Wow.
drops low.
That's the end, right?
Right.
So that'll be Wabakan.
That's it.
Wabakan.
Right.
Ra'a Yataya. Rasha Ayam.
Right.
Kabarium.
Right. Remember, always keep in mind, break them into two. You got 5 characters, break it 2 and 3. You got 4 characters, break it 2 and 2. That'll help you out quite a bit.
By a war. By a war. By a war. Okay.
You got 6 characters in this next one. Break it down 3 and 3 or 2 and 2.
Okay. My yeah. Wamakwa one. Wamakwa
one. Right. You can run it back if you want.
Wamakwa.
Right.
Die or shot.
That'll be Wash.
Quadawash.
Right.
Kalawash. Yaha.
Then you might want to break it down.
Yaha. Lakabwa.
You might want to break it down like this. Yahal.
Yaha.
Kawa.
Okay.
3 and 2.
Yeah. Okay. Yaha Kawa. That's all right. What? Why you shy? Why you shy? Kakawa.
Kawa.
Kakawa.
Okay. Yeah, I always think too. Like we'll always think like how the Gadites speak. You know how they, the language that they speak and everything. Actually, because their language is another Hebrew dialect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They what the hell would they would just say, well, Kakawa. You know, they would sound it out like that. You know, that's a good thing to keep in mind when reading the Hebrew, like how they speak. You know.
So that'll be why you shy, Kakawa.
Right.
But you're right. But you're right. Ashar.
Okay, where we at again? I lost my place.
We're at Ashar.
And verse.
The end of 10.
Okay, the end of 10.
Well, 10 is long, but yeah.
Okay.
Come.
Sure. Okay.
Ashawar. Gum. Zahar.
Yeah, it would just be Ashawa.
Ashawar.
Right.
Ashawar.
That would be the Khan and Ashawa.
Khan Ashawar. Gum. Zahar. A ball.
Right.
Verse 11. Ashar. A young.
Right.
Shawar.
Right. That would just be a nice shot.
Nice shot.
Yeah. Don't try too hard. You know what I'm saying?
Nice shot.
Because if we try too hard, we start putting sounds in there that ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just kind of let it flow a bit.
Gum. Gum.
Enough. Yeah, that'd be Mar Ra.
No, I'm right here.
Wait a minute.
With the Path gum.
Oh, okay. I see.
Is that Path gum?
Yeah, you got it.
Path gum. My shot.
Right. Think of a little black girl.
Araya.
There you go.
Araya.
Yeah, this is definitely our language. Araya. Who needs to get stuff like that, right?
My Ra.
Right. Well, we know a Mariah also. Right.
Yeah,
right.
That means razor.
I'll come.
Just I'll come.
I'll come. Malai.
Right.
Labat.
That actually be lob.
Lob.
Lob like back in the days, like you remember the alley-oop?
Yeah, throw me a lob.
Throw me a lob. There you go. Yeah, this is further proof that it's a Negro language.
Right.
Straight up.
Benaya. How you dumb?
Right.
Lamai.
Bomb.
Bomb. La'ai. Shawat. La'ai. Shawat. Shawat. La'ai Shawat.
Right.
Ride. Verse 12. Ashar. No. Katai. Kataya.
It's Kata.
Katai.
Right.
Ashai.
Right.
Ride.
Right.
Mayath.
Right. And it's Moth.
Math.
Yeah.
Maya.
Remember, break it down. Break it down because you got
Wom.
6 characters in this.
Wom. Wom. Ra. Yata.
Yak.
Yak.
That's a ka sound. When it,
So
when you got
it'll be warm.
rock,
Alright.
low.
Alright.
That's a ka.
It'll be warm. Alright. Say it again. Warm. Our yak.
Or yak, right. But it'll be or yak.
Rayak. Warm rayak. Lawai.
Right. There you go.
Kaya. Gone.
Right.
Yeah. Lariah. Lawaya.
Wa.
Ya.
Remember
Oh, that's a D, yeah. Ya. Ya will die. Naya.
Because Anya.
Anya. Ashar. Yaha. Yahaya.
Right.
Yahaya. To Wa.
Right.
La'ai. Ya. No.
Yeah.
Ya. De.
Right.
Ya. Uriah. All. Kayatan. Yahal. Kayat.
Hayam.
Hay.
Right.
Hayam. Kadam.
Hayam. There's no ka in there.
Okay.
Hayam.
Hall. Hayam. Ashar.
Right.
Uriah. Anah. No.
That'll be a rock. Yeah, rock.
The Yahweh. Yeah.
Rock.
Malai.
Wa.
Malai.
Actually, this word right here would be Yar. Out. That word right there. That's kind of difficult. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Ma. Pa. Pun. Ma. Pun. Paya.
Yahweh.
Ma. Pin Yahweh. Verse 13. But what? Wabah.
Wow. Just be.
What? What? What?
Tawa. Watawa.
Watawa. Okay, yeah, I see. Watawa. La'ai. La'ai. the Yahweh. Rosh.
Rashad.
La Rashad. Yeah.
Just let it flow.
Wallah. Yeah. The cloud.
All right. Wow. Remember, break it down.
Ra, Yak. Yahweh Rock.
Yeah.
Yahweh Rock.
You're right. Right. Yeah.
Yama. Yama. Yum Yum.
Okay. Wait a minute. Where you at? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Yum.
Yum.
Yum Yum.
Right.
Katazar.
Right.
Ashar.
Right.
Ayam. The war.
Remember,
Ayo.
remember, break it down into 2 and 3. 2 and 3.
Ayah.
2.
Nawa. Ayah Nawa. Ayam Yawa.
Notice there's 2.
Right. Ayam. Ayam Nawa.
Right. There's 2 nouns there.
Right. So it'd be Ayam Nawa.
The Ayana Nawa.
Ayam Nawa. Ayam no. I would say Ayam Nawa.
It's 2 nouns there.
That's why I'm connecting the yah and the n together. Ayam Nawa.
Ayana Nawa.
Ayam Nawa.
Yeah, that's right. 1, then it'll be Ayana Nawa. But there's 2 there, so it'll be Ayana Nawa.
Ayam Nawa.
Ayah Noah.
That's what I think.
It'll be 2.
There's
2. There's 2 nouns.
Ayam
No. Yeah.
Nawa.
There's 2 nouns.
That's why I was.
It'll be Ayana Nawa. Because there's 2 nouns.
Wait, so would some drop off at the end, Terrell? Wouldn't some drop off at the end?
No, these ain't at the end though.
Oh, it's not.
Because it's a Y.
So why at the
At
end?
the end.
That's why I said. I really was pronouncing the I by itself, and then putting the 2 next 2 together. So I would say Ayam Nawa.
There's 2 nouns there.
It's 2 nouns.
2 nouns, right?
That's why you connect the yah and the na together. Ayam
These ain't
Nawa.
These ain't at the end. They're in the middle. The Y is actually at the end. That's why it would be Ayana Nawa.
Okay. Ayam Nawa.
So it's kind of a tongue
Either
twister.
way, it still sounds the same.
Tomato, tomato. All right. Let me keep going.
Which verse are you at?
The end of 13.
Okay. You guys are 14, right?
I think so. Yeah. You're right. Mala. Panya. Mala Panya. Allah. Alayam.
Right.
Verse 14. Yash. A ball. Ashar. Na shot. Ow.
You said Al.
Ow.
Al, La.
Yes.
Oh.
All.
Oh.
All.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ratazah. Ashar. Yash. Tazan.
Break it down. 3 and 3.
Okay. Tazan. It's not one place. Tazad.
Daya. Tazadaya.
Tazadaya. Koyam.
Right, there you go.
Ashar. Magaya. Magaya.
Right. That's it.
Alaham.
Right. And 3. 3 and 2.
Kama.
Right.
Kamash. Hold on. Kamasha.
Yeah, don't try too hard. Kamai.
Kamashaya.
Kamasha. Yeah, that's what, don't try too hard.
Kamasha.
All kind of things go out here.
Okay. Hashemayim.
Remember, break it down 3 and 3.
Arash.
And then you just don't write that. Right.
Ayam. It's like
Ayam. Right. Yeah.
Hamash Ayam.
Right. If you got a 6-character word, break it down to 3, and you just got 3 left.
Harash Ayam. Ayam.
Right.
Wayash.
There you go. 5 characters.
Rash.
2 and 3.
Rash Ayam.
There you go.
Sham the
God.
Shamagaya.
Shamagaya.
Yeah, Shamagaya.
Right. Two and 2.
All the hum.
There you go.
Kamash. Kamasha.
Right. Okay, now this is gonna be a rough one.
Hatazad. Yaquayim.
Right.
So Hatazad. Yaquayim.
There you go.
Amar. Kiyah.
Right.
Shagam. Zahar.
Right.
A ball.
Right.
15 too, right? That's it.
Between 8 and 15, right? Yeah.
That's weird,
Yeah,
right?
so it'd be 15
That was it?
people left.
15.
15 left? Well, 8, 9, 10, 12,
14, yes.
14.
Yeah, that's not a question. No, it's all good. Hey, that was perfect, by the way. I appreciate you helping them out as well.
Right.
That's what's called brotherhood, you know what I mean? All right, so we are going to get into Ecclesiastes, let's see, the 7th chapter, verse 8. And we're going to dialogue a little bit. Oh, man. Okay, now, bro, I want to hear your mouth this week, guys. Huh? Yeah, I want to hear you a little bit of your input this week, if you don't mind, lawyer. See what I'm saying? So we're going to jump into this real quick. Last week, we pretty much, Tarek, can you tell us what we went over last week?
We was going over the wisdom in Solomon, how the
Ecclesiastes.
right, yeah, Ecclesiastes, like yeah, there's Ecclesiastes, but the wisdom in Solomon was in Ecclesiastes.
Okay, that's what I just wanted you to specify because I figured that's what you meant.
Right. Yeah, we was going over, how a good name is better than, choice silver, stuff like that.
Right.
We was going over, these things, things like that.
Yeah, I really enjoy how King Solomon goes over the examples of vanity.
Right.
He shows you what is vanity and what it's not in many different forms.
Right.
And it's amazing how he uses the same words to give you a whole perspective of it.
Right.
So that's what we went over last week. But this week we are going to go into something far more, to elaborate more on last week's point. So you go ahead and get started out.
Oh gosh. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 8.
7 and 8. Chapter 7, verse 8.
7 verse 8. Thereof.
You said there.
Also like it. Better is the end.
No, it's all good.
Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
I should say, damn, that's dark as hell. Hold on now. So,
you went into the dark place.
So it says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Keep going.
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
So what is that speaking about? The first part. There's two parts to this. The first part is talking about better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. What is that talking about? How would you interpret that today, I should say? Because I hear black people say it all the time.
It's like basically saying it's better to get things done.
Okay, yeah.
Like in the beginning, some things can be start off a little shaky, but we've accomplished something.
Right.
It's great at the end of it. It's better.
Right. But you might want to use piece by piece. So he had all the parts and everything. It don't look like much when you see all the parts laid out, but when he put that thing together, and it took him about a year to do it, working there every weekend, and he finally got it together. That bad boy was, don't tell him how much money it was worth once he got that thing together. That was
Go ahead.
It's like when you accomplish your goal. When you start off, you know what I mean? Sometimes you feel like you'll never feel like you'll accomplish, but when you finally accomplish and you get to the end, to meet your goal, you feel real good about it.
I'll give you an example. That's like, being a priest in school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine, building a school on your back. And how when he first came up raising up Indiana, for years no one was coming to class. You see what I'm saying? He was starting the school off fresh, and he was on the verge of losing a little confidence and losing some courage, and but he remained strong, and the result of them doing this work in the way beginning. See what I'm saying? And the result was they had more men. They had, people who were serious about this truth, who was willing to put in the work, just like he was. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I think about, all those examples that was used is very great. And that's what I think about mainly, in the spiritual aspect of you, trying to raise up a nation, you trying to put in this work, but you don't see what you want to see.
Of a thing, than the beginning thereof.
Now keep going.
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
That's why I make that example. See what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That patience is key. That patience is key for, like we talked about that test. See what I'm saying? I remember I had a patience problem when I was trying to pass that test. I remember that 4th time I was pissed. I said, I gotta pass this damn thing. On my 5th try, I passed it. I really was patient. I didn't get emotional about it no more, and it came. See what I'm saying? All that hard work paid off. It was better at the end. See what I'm saying? I didn't waste my time. See what I'm saying? To help me in the later end. All right, keep going.
Verse 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools.
Now, the first part, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry. Based on that small part, right, what precept would you use for that? What's a good precept that talks about anger? Anger or angry is the key word. There's a couple scriptures. You know what I'm thinking?
Dang, I'm trying to think of it right now.
Just let me know. I can give y'all 2 precepts.
Proverbs 14:17.
Try it. That's a little cheat sheet.
Precept upon precept.
Right. Line upon line. Right?
That's the way we used to talk.
Isaiah. Just let me know if you got it. You said Proverbs 14:17?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll let you get it.
Oh, that don't go with that.
You said it doesn't? What does it say?
It says, the backslider in heart shall be full with his own ways, and a good man shall be satisfied from himself.
And okay, that's not really what I'm talking about. Okay, you got one. Go ahead.
Proverbs 16:32.
Okay, go ahead.
He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Actually, that's what I missed. Get on ahead. Y'all want to rock?
Oh man, I mean,
If not, it's a while. But just let me know if you got it.
I ain't got one.
Okay. The one I was thinking about is that be angry and sin not. See what I'm saying? Also to don't let the sun go down as you're angry, something like that.
Right, yeah.
See what I'm saying? And that's also for the scripture as well. Meaning, like, if you're upset, if you're angry, if you're offended, don't let that anger build up. Don't let a whole day pass by and you're still angry and upset about something. Go handle that anger. See what I'm saying? Meaning, go talk about that thing that got you upset, got you angry, in order to deal with it. Because by the time the sun goes down, you too out. See what I'm saying? Because over time, it's going to do what? It's going to build up.
Right.
And it can cause more problems.
Right.
So read that one more time. I'll give you an example.
Okay. Verse 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry.
What does the word hasty mean?
Quick.
Right. See what I'm saying? That's what it means. Keep going.
For anger rested in the bosom of fools.
It's giving you an example right there. See what I'm saying? The anger rested in the bosom of fools, meaning in the chest. See what I'm saying? In their hearts. It's going to rest on them. They want to think about it all day, every day, all year.
Right.
See what I'm saying? As soon as you can do a favor for somebody, they're going to be like, you know what I mean? How they say it in the world? Like you try to they try to be angry about some old shit when you
They
can't
bringing
do
up
something
old
for them.
stuff. Yeah. Remember, they try to throw it in your face. Remember, I did this and that for you.
Right. It's dumb to go ahead.
So I think of a perfect example with Cain and Abel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, anger rested in the bosom of Cain.
Mm-hmm. You talking about to this day, huh?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Because in the Bible, Ezekiel 35:5, it says that they have a perpetual hatred for us.
Right.
And what does the word perpetual mean? For everlasting.
Right.
See what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's something that's always been going on. So that's what it's talking about. And we can't be like our oppressor who is, has a perpetual hatred. We can't be like the enemy. Otherwise, we look like the enemy. See what I'm saying? You ever hear, y'all remember the show Good Times where, who's the mother? What's her name? Remember how she always called her husband heathen?
No, that was Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son, okay, yeah, my bad.
No, you remember on Sanford and Son, he was always getting into it with the one lady. She went,
that's what it is. And it's so funny because we can't look like our oppressors. We can't hate each other. See what I'm saying? We really got to show each other some love and some respect. And the one thing about the UPK, man, like I didn't see niggas in here who, then not really get along. Went through councils, went through a lot of things together, but came out strong. You can't find that in the world. As soon as a nigga get mad and upset about anything, they ready to kill each other. They are ready to kill and destroy each other. No matter no matter what the cause is. Niggas kill each other to this day over them stepping over each other's shoes.
Right.
And they have a few words, and even if the nigga apologize, they still want a reason to hurt you. And that's the demon that lives within our people that we are trying to destroy. And you can only destroy it in the I.S.U.P.K. You see what I'm saying? How many times have we seen, or how many times have we heard stories of brothers and sisters going through something and they come out strong in UPK?
Right.
See what I'm saying? But for those that leave and things of that sort, they are just weak. They want to be wicked. They want to find a reason to be evil. Find a reason to hate themselves or their brother or their sister.
Right.
But in UPK, we don't tolerate none of that. But in the world, everybody makes an excuse on why they hate that female, they hate this nigga, why they want to stunt so hard. So discussing, we want to what's called like get up one. But as soon as Master comes around, it's everything's cool, everything's fine. We don't look at him as a target, as the enemy, as the problem, but we look at each other.
Right.
Like we are so much in competition with each other, but we ain't trying to fight to be on top. Because our spot is taken by these oppressors, these so-called devils. All right.
Right.
Oh, go ahead.
But we'll be quick to try and take over a dope block, dude.
Always.
And we'll knock out all the competition. We'll do all of that stuff, But when it comes to these devils, it's awfully funny because we do practices and stuff on the streets that we wouldn't even do on a slavery.
Right.
Why not try to bump the devils that's, up over you on the slavery all, right? Why not find some type of plot and scheme that can bump them off?
Right.
Where you can start moving in your own people, just like what they do with us, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's funny because like you said, like that goes all the way back to slavery too. You know what I mean? Niggas competing on who could be the best slave.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, damn that. You see what I'm saying? One thing is about the UPK, brothers and sisters are all competitive, but we do it with love though. Love and respect at the same time.
Right.
When somebody gets raised up, we show that brother love. See what I'm saying? When the sister gets her name, we show that sister love.
Right.
When anybody gets praised, we show them love. We don't sit in the sidelines just like, that should have been my rank. You know what I'm saying? That should have been my praise. I should have got this. I should have done this. Like, nah, man.
Yeah,
there's room for everybody. And that's something that we don't fight. Like we don't fight each other about positions. We don't fight each other about offices, about anything. There is a job and a position for every single body in this truth. We don't run out of work. And it's so funny though, because you would think that all the work would be done years ago.
Right.
But until this day, we still got work to do, man.
Yes.
And we have to fix Black and Hispanic people. The work is not done.
Right.
How do we know that the work will be done? When will you know?
That the work will be done?
Yeah. That you ain't gotta do no more than what you're doing today. Okay. How do you know that the work is done? Right now, we're doing the work of the Lord, right?
Right.
But how do you know that the work is done?
Well, when you get the kingdom back.
When you get the kingdom, go ahead. When Yahweh shall get both y'all, that's right. That's how you know, because in the scriptures, like, I remember GEN.YAHANNA saying, like, once the kingdom comes, there ain't no more camp.
Right.
Why the hell are you going out to camp for? Right. Everybody has the law and let it be mine. Even our slaves, the other nations is going to serve the Most High.
Right.
Ain't no more coronavirus. Ain't no bat eating no more. See what I'm saying? Ain't no pork, shrimp, and lobster no more. It's not going to be a thing. All right, keep going.
Verse 10. Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these?
What does that mean? I like the way you said that. Go ahead.
So, like, is it saying that when he's talking about the former days was better than these, is that because we was in our kingdom and we was in control of everything, and now we don't have nothing? We in captivity. That's why the former days was better than these.
Come, damn right. Yes, yes, it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of people forget. It's something that Moses said in Deuteronomy. He said, "Remember the days of old." See what I'm saying? And we use that to speak about, you know, like high holy days. Sometimes, you know what I mean. We speak about the other nations' holidays as well. But you know, one thing that we have to remember is that, you know, things were good at one point in time for Black and Hispanic people. Right now, just all we know it's terror. We, you know, I mean, we got PTSD. See what I'm saying? We are oppressed. We are going out of our minds off of drugs. We are, you know, going through hell right now. This is all we know. This is our life. See what I'm saying? Because we are in captivity. But there were days where, you know, we was on top. You know what I mean? We had a black man by the name of King Solomon that was over Israel. Did it ever say how long he was over Israel?
He reigned 40.
4 years?
Right.
Oh, damn, that's not bad. We had a Israelite brother, you know, Tola. See what I'm saying? Who ran for like 20 or 23 years.
Right.
You had the brother Josiah. See what I'm saying? All these brothers who was ruling when things was in order.
Right.
See what I'm saying? We had a day and time where Yahushua was on the scene, and that he was leading the path and the way. Now that he's not physically here with us, we have the records, we have all the blueprints that we need in order to succeed and get the hell out of this hell.
Right.
All right? Keep going.
For thus do is not required wisely concerning this.
Actually, read from the top of the time.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 10. For not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these?
No, so that's a question too. So say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? It's also saying something else. What else is it saying? You know, Tarab?
Repeat that again.
It says, like, what else is it saying? When it says, say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? Do you get it?
What I would say, what I would say is, you know, say not that, because I mean the former days a lot of the times are the precursors that lead up to what's going on now.
Right. So you want to say something?
It's like, yeah, I was gonna say like you was talking about the holidays and stuff like that. We think about like how we got everything started and why we celebrate those days. That's why the former days was better than these. But now we reminisce, like you said, we reminisce on the past and what we did. That's why we celebrate those, you know what I'm saying, high holy days. And that's why that was better than this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, just like I see, you know, people say that all the time. Well, back in my day, we would do this, we would do that. But then you think about it, the evil that was going on back then, you know, it grew into a monster now.
It did.
You know. So now things is going to get way worse.
Yeah, you know? And you know, I mean, I always think, you know, men like Martin Luther King.
Right.
And I thank him because, I mean, like, I think it's been like 64 years still. 64 years with the civil rights movement up until today. It's like things have got worse. It got to the point where niggas still think that protesting is still an option. It's still something that's saving us when it's not. See what I'm saying? So much negativity, so much wrong in that. And then, you know, it's funny because you remember with the George Floyd thing, right? A lot of people, niggas were shooting music videos during the protest, talking about this is history, we are real revolutionaries. Y'all niggas ain't dying. See what I'm saying? Y'all niggas ain't doing a goddamn thing.
Right.
And the thing is, if you, how the hell do you know if you're really doing something as an impact? How do you know? Just tell me. From experience, how do you know?
Looking at the results of what it is that you're doing, one thing, you know, it's like we talked about Martin Luther King.
Right.
You look at the result of what he did, and it put us further and further inside the pit.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Now, if protesting was really working, the cops will not shoot and kill us.
Right.
That means that we won't have to protest no more.
Right.
But the fact that they keep protesting and they keep killing us, you're still begging your oppressor to accept you.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Also, too, with verse 13 is going to get into a little bit of that. So keep going.
Verse 11. Wisdom is good within inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun.
Please break this down for me. This is powerful. What does that mean?
and by it there is profit for them that see the Son.
You might want to break it down piece by piece.
Okay, wisdom is good with inheritance. I mean, like, what's passed on to you from, you know what I'm saying, your elders and people that's before you, that's your wisdom, that's your inheritance.
That's right. That's right.
And,
Yeah, right.
and there's like, and you profit from what you learn from them. You know what I mean? That everything they taught you and everything they left you behind, that's for your profit, it's for your gain, that's your wisdom.
Right.
That's right. That's
like
right.
the scriptures say, the law is our wisdom.
The law is our wisdom. That's right, because that's how you live.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And also, I think it's going to say that too. But yeah, that's how you live. You live through wisdom, and wisdom is your inheritance. And you know what too? Also, if you want to make it a physical sense versus a spiritual, think about the land. See what I'm saying? How to become successful.
Right.
What you are doing, what the Lord is telling you to do, the Most High will bless you with things, you know, that you know you would never expect to come your way. You see what happened to Job? He was a rich man, and all he did was serve the Lord. Well, look at King Solomon. King Solomon was a man that asked for wisdom, and he served the Lord, and he got it. Right. He got far more wisdom that anybody else can that had at one point in time.
Right.
Because they said that he was the most wisest man on the face of the earth, which was true. See what I'm saying? Now he's giving us the wisdom that he received. All right. You want to say something else, or you too out?
No, I was going to ask at the back end of it when it say, and by it there is profit to them that see the Son. Is this basically saying like every day you wake up and you got this knowledge and you got this wisdom that, you know what I'm saying, you profit from what you learned and what's passed down to you.
That's correct.
Right. Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, you rise up, the day that you rise up, you're thinking about how you can increase what it is that you already got.
Right.
You get up fresh in the morning, see the sun, you sitting on your, you know what I'm saying, in your house, overlooking the city like what we're doing right now. Thinking, that business right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That business right there. I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna look into that, you know.
And that's what it is. It's pretty much, I want to say like multiplying your blessings. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's right. Keep going.
Verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
Now it's very self-explanatory. Now wisdom is a defense.
Defense. Right.
Now what is a defense? Go ahead.
It's something like to protect yourself.
That's right.
That's
right.
And just like money, a lot of people money can protect yourself, and you know what I'm saying too. Like it can stop you from, you know what I mean, from starving.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You can feed your people.
That's
right. You know what I mean? You can get things that you need, shelter, homes, and all type of other protections with the money. You know what I mean? But the wisdom is like knowing what not to do and what you can do.
Right.
That's also a defense too. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know how to play your position.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it helps you dodge the bullshit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like it helps you walk through life and knowing how to walk in life. Also, too, money being a defense. The example that I would use with that is tithes. Tithes is what helps us. Because there's no such thing as brothers, being homeless. See what I'm saying? Being out on the street in a cardboard box. None of our children's gonna starve. We're gonna make sure we have clothes. Your rent is going to get paid. Now, all these things happen, like certain things have to be in order with that person or in that situation in order for those things to happen. Because we all got to work with each other. See what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And so, yeah, money is definitely a defense. See what I'm saying? It's something that helps and protects us. All right? Money is useful to a certain extent, but we don't stand on money. That's not our foundation.
Right.
Our foundation is the Lord. The guidance, the obedience, the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding. That is our foundation when it comes to the Most High. All right, go ahead.
Just like, remember when they talk about the poor man that was wise but saved the city?
That's right, yeah.
And then when you go back to the scriptures, there's the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Right. Because the whole city would have got destroyed if that man didn't make intercession for the city And that would have cost his life, his children's life, and all the lives of everyone in the city.
Actually, I'm glad you said that. A great example of that would be the 7 years of famine, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With Joseph and Pharaoh. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for Joseph, you know what I'm saying? That was Egypt.
That was easy.
Man.
Egypt would have been goddamn destroyed.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You said it again?
That was starving.
Come. You see what I'm saying? They would starve. And they talk about Africa today. They talk about Egypt today. Like, if it wasn't for a nigga, that place would have been a shithole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I mean? It still is.
Right.
But I mean, goddamn. Like, I mean, this man saved this place.
Right. Right. And Joseph, the thing about it, what he did was like a manifold saving type of deal, because
he did.
Through that famine, he united, because Egypt was broken up at first.
It was.
It was broken up into the 5, families of Mitzrayim and everything.
Yeah.
They was all operating independently one from another.
Yeah.
So when the famine came by, now he was saying, y'all, I'll give y'all food if y'all impute the land to Pharaoh. Actually, he created the United States of Egypt.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did hear you say that.
He united all of those families together.
Yeah, that's right. And see, once again, that was a nigga that could do it.
Right.
And I it's crazy how, our oppressors don't give us credit. See what I'm saying? How they don't give Christ Father's credit that he's the Father.
Right.
A lot of people keep saying that this man's a damn stepfather. Then if he's a stepfather, who the hell is the real father?
Right.
See what I'm saying? It sounds disgusting. You know what I mean? They always try to, discredit a black man.
Right.
All right. Keep going.
Come, sir. Verse 13. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he had made crooked?
Now, this is my favorite scripture. I remember this scripture as a 50. You see what I'm saying? And this is talking about, you can use this in many different ways, but I always use this towards our oppressor. First of all, there's a meme that I saw a long time ago that said, after 400 years, our oppressor still hasn't had a change of heart. And people are still, like when I say people, Black and Hispanics who have Stockholm Syndrome, is still trying to change their heart. It's like it should not take that long. See what I'm saying? Like, what is the excuse? It should not take that long for somebody to change their mind.
Right.
Because that's what your heart is. Your heart is your mind.
Right.
About, how they feel about you.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
It's been 400 goddamn years. And we still make a excuse for our oppressor on why they do what they do.
Right.
In a way where we justify it. But as soon as it's a Negro, it's you know what? That nigga just hates me. You see what I'm saying? He don't love himself.
Right.
See what I'm saying? It's sad. It's crazy. But once again, consider the work of God, right? Meaning consider the Lord. How do you consider the Lord? It's by knowing him, keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, and understanding the work that he does in his position. For who can make that straight which hath made crooked? Nobody can make the white man straight.
Right.
Why? Because he's crooked.
Right.
And the Lord made him like that.
Right.
A precept would be that the Lord made one vessel for honor and the other vessel for dishonor.
Right.
See what I'm saying? You can't change the spirit of Cain.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
How is it that the spirit of Cain traveled all the way to Esau to this day? Nothing has changed. It's prosperity.
When you prospering,
right?
Everything is good. You're benefiting. The money up, the food up, everything is looking good. Everything is up right now. You're prospering, basically. In the day of prosperity, be joyful.
That's right. Be happy. Be suave. You know what I mean? Chill. You know what I'm saying? Be laid back. Be relaxed. Be joyful. Be content. All right. Keep going.
Come. But in the day of adversity, consider.
What does that mean?
When everything is going bad, when you having problems and you're going through things, you having, you know what I'm saying? That's adversity you're going through. You're struggling right now, basically. Right. You're struggling.
Right. And it says to consider. And the word consider you can use, it's like think.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Consider means to think. Or what's the term that I think it's Paul who said I think it's actually this is last week, if I'm not mistaken. King Solomon said lay to your heart. Lay to heart also means to consider something.
Right.
So I'm saying to think upon it. You know what I mean? Like when you are in these situations, you gotta think about how to move next. You see what I'm saying? You gotta think about what should I do next, or a lot of people always say like, damn, why the hell is this happening to me? See what I'm saying? Why am I going through this?
Right.
Either the Most High is testing you, otherwise you're being tried. See what I'm saying? So keep going.
Come on, sir. But in the day of adversity considered, God also has set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him.
What does that mean?
It's like it's basically saying when things are going good, God made it that way. When things are going bad, the Lord made it that way too. And that it's like
Go ahead.
and it was basically saying like you gotta consider like for us, for example, the Lord put the white man over us because we wasn't listening to him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now we got to deal with the consequences behind
That's right.
having another person over us that's, evil as hell. That's telling us what to do. That's the Lord did that because we wanted to be evil as hell.
That's
And
right.
now we got another man over us that's beating us down and treating us like, like nothing. And you got to consider the Lord did that because we were disobedient.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, come on. You want to say something else?
Yeah, right. A lot of times comes to your mind if you don't already been through hardships. So you think it's just not going to be just easy street if I'm doing so great right now.
Yeah, like I'll give you an example. Like that's pretty much how I came from the truth. Like like being a 5,000. I've seen things and I experienced things quickly coming into the school. You know what I mean? Like I got a I got storage for days. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. Hey, are y'all downstairs?
We're downstairs.
Okay, here I come. All right. Slack. Can you go downstairs and grab the keys right behind you? The water. See what I'm saying? So, I was going to say, like for example, coming up in the truth, I've learned, first hand and second hand, I should say, is that, just because you learn about the Lord, and you are building yourself up, you are destroying that old person that you once were, and becoming a new person, you're going to go through a lot of hell. Right. You're going to go through a lot of, temptation. King Solomon said in Ecclesiasticus, I believe the 2nd chapter, 3rd chapter, he said, you're going to go through some shit in general. Right. You know what I mean? And that's how life is. I live my life like I balance it out. Remember learning from Captain Soccer War? You have to balance things out. Right. You can't panic. You can't, crash and crumble. Oh. You got to look at things for what it is. Also, too, the Most High said that you won't put too much on you that you can't handle. Right. There's a lot of people that always say, man, this is too much. I can't deal with it. I quit. I want to kill myself. Like, you're being weak. See what I'm saying? The Lord is giving you this for a reason. But you feel like this is the end. It's not. And the person that just want to end it all, make excuses, they are falling into that demon that wants to take over them. But you got to fight it. Like anything that's attacking you, you have to fight it back. Otherwise, you will lose the battle. Because life is about war. It's about war and nothing else. All right? So that's it on that? Okay, anybody else want to say something? All right, with that being said, yeah, I was going to so like, with that being said, that's the class. Otherwise, clap it up, man. Pay your tithes. Otherwise, you must send a donation. $UPK Minnesota. Otherwise, I.S.U.P.K tithes, Cash App. Also, too, if you want some counseling, want to know where we will be holding camp soon enough in the next couple of weeks, you want to call 612-524-9544. That is the school number to I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis. All right. With that being said, shalom. Clap it up one time. All right. All right.